Hi everybody, it's Peter Nolan from New Edge Sharpening in Nova Scotia, and I got a request from a friend to try to give a demonstration on how to sharpen these bird's beak paring knives or hawk-billed knives with this curve. So clearly when you're talking freehand sharpening, clearly it's difficult to sharpen this particular style of knife using the traditional sharpening method. So you've got to be a little inventive. So now I happen to have an Edge Pro Professional that I use to sharpen these knives. It makes this type of thing a breeze, but not everybody has one of those obviously. So how do you do it? Well, like any other knife, when I pick it up, I check the edge to make sure, see the condition of the edge, which tells me where to start in terms of stone selection and pressure. So this is a very dull knife, so I'm going to start with a 220 grit stone. So the difference here is that since I'm not going to be using this stone the way I normally do, I'm going to use the corner, the edge of this stone right here. So I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the edge of this right here. I'm going to round this off a little bit with this diamond plate. And that's all it takes right there. So, and now I'm going to take my knife, just like any other knife, and I'm going to move from the bottom of the stone to the top of the stone, starting at the tip. Just so you can see, I'm starting at the tip here, and I'm going to work my way up the stone like I normally would. But I'm just using this part of the stone. My purpose here is to form a burr. You just got to be careful here. So just so my hand's not in the way, all I'm moving is using the corner only at my typical sharpening angle for this knife, which is, it's a softer steel, so it's between 15 and 20 degrees. Let's just say I'm sharpening this about 16 or 17 degrees. And then I'm going to do this until I form the burr. Then, when my burr is formed, I can flip the knife over and work the other way. I'm going to work from the heel to the spine of the knife using the corner of the stone, or the edges of the stone. So I have a burr on that side now. Now I'm going to remove the burr in my traditional way by just reducing my pressure by 50% and repeating the process. I'm going to reduce my pressure even more. Finally, I'm still on my 220 grit stone here. So now you can see that, you can't see it probably, but it's sharpening like it typically should, like a cut should. There's no scratches on the area behind the primer edge or up in here. So just using the trick at the edge of this stone is doing the trick. So I can move now to another stone, to a 1000 grit stone, for example. And again, I'm going to take a diamond plate or whatever tool it is that you're using to flatten your stones. And I'm preparing this edge of the stone to take this knife. And I'm just working the edge. So once you've got this part figured out, the rest of the sharpening is as if you were sharpening a normal Gyuto or Santoku or any other type of knife, where you're using the whole stone, the surface of the stone. Everything else I'm doing is the same. So it's nice and sharp, nice clean edge. There you go. That's all there is to it, folks. It's like I said, most people don't have an Edge Pro, but you can use the corner, this rounded edges of the stone to accomplish burr formation and burr removal and a nice sharp knife. That's all there is to it. Good luck. Have fun. Thanks.